This is the story of a young son of a small qi refining family who leads his family to fight against the heavens, conquer the land, and cross the starry sea to become the top immortal tribe in the universe. I am also one of the supreme giants in the human race's universe cultivation world. The protagonist has a strong sense of beauty, an unfavorable luck, and a happy and fulfilling life of cultivation. Keywords of the novel. Peach Blossom Mountain Lu Family's Immortal Cultivation Biography. No pop-ups. Taohua Mountain Lu Family's Immortal Cultivation Biography TXT Complete Collection Download. Taohua Mountain Lu Family's Immortal Cultivation Biography Latest Chapter Reading. Chapter 1. Lu Family in Taohuashan. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Lu Family in Taohuashan. In the vast and boundless world of cultivation, on a cultivation planet called Xianhuang Star, there is a Shenhua continent with numerous kingdoms and sections. In the southeast of the mainland, there is a mortal kingdom called the Tang Dynasty. In Yunping County, Donghua Prefecture, Zhongnan Province, during the Tang Dynasty, there was a first-class Lingshan called Taohua Mountain. The group occupying this mountain is a qi refining and immortal cultivation family called the Lu family of Taohua Mountain. The Lu family of Taohuashan was established by Lu Wu, an external disciple of Qinyan sect, who applied to the sect for pioneering work after breaking through the hopeless foundation construction. Back in the day, Lu Wu and his fellow disciples stumbled upon this first-level spiritual mountain while practicing outside the Qinyan mountains. The entire area of Peach Blossom Mountain is not large, only over 50 miles. The highest peak, Peach Blossom Peak, is 1,000 zhang high, with a magnificent and handsome mountain scenery, numerous spiritual springs, and abundant spiritual energy. It has a first-class spiritual vein. Under the nourishment of the first-order spiritual veins and springs, the mountain scenery is beautiful, with lush vegetation and many precious first-order spiritual plants growing. There are spiritual medicines, spiritual trees, spiritual fruits, and the most precious are 20.4 first-order jade spiritual peach trees. The jade spirit peach is a precious spiritual fruit that can enhance the magical power of qi refining cultivators. At the foot of Peach Blossom Mountain, there is a lake about 30 miles in size. The spring water on the mountain eventually flows into this small lake, where 30.6 first-order green jade lotus plants grow, as well as various first-order spirit fish such as silver knife fish and golden red carp. The fertile land by the lake can be developed into spiritual fields for planting spiritual rice and medicine. Moreover, within a range of hundreds of miles around Peach Blossom Mountain, there are low mountains, hills, and valleys, and there are no second-order spiritual veins for second-order monsters to inhabit. Therefore, it is very suitable to establish a family here. So they contacted several sect friends and together they killed the black bear monster that occupied this mountain, occupying it and naming it Peach Blossom Mountain. And he applied for a pioneering order from the sect, where he married and had children, opened branches and scattered leaves, and established a family of cultivators. On a morning in March of the 3165 AD of the Tang Dynasty, in a courtyard on the mountainside of the main peak of Taohua Mountain, a handsome young man in green clothes was meditating and practicing in the practice room. I saw him sitting cross-legged on a yellow cattail, with his eyes slightly closed and his 5 hearts facing upwards. He was using his energy to breathe and exhale, and the red, green, and blue spiritual energy in the air was slowly sucked into his body with each breath. Suddenly, the young man opened his slightly closed eyes and a cold light flashed. With the sound of clear chanting, the spiritual energy around poured into the body like a swallow returning to its nest. This young man's name is Lu Changshu, who is 16 years old. He has 5 levels of qi refining and 3 spiritual roots of water, wood, and fire. He is the 6th-generation descendant of the Lu family in Taohua Mountain and the 7th-generation elder. It seems that it will take some time to break through the 6th level of qi refining. Today is the day when I first participate in the mountain hunting monster activity, so I need to eat quickly. Lu Changshu muttered to himself. Immediately, Lu Changshu stood up and left the practice room, quickly walking to the Chinese restaurant at home. I found that my father Lu Shihao, mother Lin Yulian, 2 aunts, and younger siblings were all seated and ready to have dinner. On the spacious jade dining table, there are delicacies and exquisite spirits placed on white jade plates. At the main table, there sat a handsome middle-aged man dressed in a blue robe, with a Chinese-style face, a face as white as jade, and eyes as bright as lightning. Coupled with his graceful and ethereal temperament, he was quite eye-catching. This middle-aged man is Lu Shihao, the biological father of Lu Changshu. Lu Shihao is 45 years old this year and has reached the 9th level of qi refining cultivation. He ranks 5th among the family's generations and has 7 elders, including 3 spiritual roots of wood, fire, and earth. He is also a first-class spiritual planter and alchemist. He is the most promising person in the Lu family to build a foundation, and currently has 3 wives and concubines. Sitting on Lu Shihao's left is Lu Changshu's biological mother Lin Yulian, who is also Lu Shihao's legitimate wife. She is 38 years old this year, wearing a blue long dress, with skin as condensed as fat and a peach blossom-like face. She is dignified and beautiful, with 4 spiritual roots and 7 levels of cultivation in qi refining. She is the 8th elder of the Lu family, a first-rank intermediate-level spiritual talisman master and spiritual food master, and comes from the Lin family in qi refining. Lin Yulian has a son and a daughter. Lu Changshu is the eldest son, and Lu Changshue is the second daughter. She is ranked 19 in the senior generation and is 10 years old. She has 4 spiritual roots and can refine qi on the 2nd level. Second Lady Liang Yunyang comes from the Liang family of the qi refining family, with the 5 spirit roots qualification and 4 levels of qi refining. I am 30 years old this year, slender and charming, beautiful and charming. I have a son and a daughter together. My daughter Lu Changshin is only 13 years old, ranking 15th in the senior generation, with 5 spiritual roots and a 2nd level of cultivation in qi refining. My son Lu Sheng, who is 11 years old this year, is handsome. Unfortunately, he has no spiritual roots. According to family rules, he will live in Taohua town at the foot of the mountain after the age of 16. Third Lady Shirwenxia, 26 years old, has 4 spiritual roots and 4 levels of cultivation in qi refining. She comes from a casual cultivation background and has a hot figure full of wild beauty. She gave birth to a daughter named Lu Ling, who is 4 years old this year. She looks ancient and cute, and is a happy fruit for the whole family. Lu Changshu quickly stepped forward and saluted, "I have seen my father, mother, and 2 aunts." When Lu Shihao saw his son arrive, he was very pleased. At the age of only 16, this son had already reached the peak of the 5th level of qi refining, and there was great hope for building a foundation in the future. He did not disappoint his expectations. So, with a smile, he said, "Sewer, your mother knew it was your first time hunting demons in the mountain. She was afraid that you might not eat well when you entered the mountain, so she specially made a sumptuous breakfast for you early, and we all followed suit." Father's words made Lu Changshu grateful to his mother and family. Looking at the sumptuous table of food, it is estimated that his mother and aunts did not rest well last night. Lu Shihao continued, "As this is your first time hunting demons in the mountains, we are all worried about your safety, but there is no other way. You have grown up and from now on, you must also shoulder the responsibility of protecting your family. As a father, I wish my son a safe return." As he spoke, he took out another magical weapon sword about 3 feet long from his storage bag and said to Lu Changshu, "This first-order medium-grade Longquan sword was given to me by your grandfather. I gave it to you today, and I hope you can continue to protect our family with this sword." Lu Changshu solemnly took the magic sword and said seriously, "Thank you, father. I will definitely remember your teachings and use the sword in my hand to protect our family." At this moment, Mother Lin Yulian also took out 15 talismans from her storage bag and stuffed them into Lu Changshu's hand, saying, "Be careful and careful when going out hunting demons for the first time. Be sure to be safe, sit down and eat quickly. Lu Changshu quickly said to his mother, "Don't worry, mother. I will pay attention." He took his mother's talisman and walked to his seat. Father Lu Shihao saw that the whole family had arrived and said, "Let's eat together." So the whole family began to eat. Today's spiritual meal was carefully prepared by Mother Lin Yulian for Lu Changshu's trip, and it was very sumptuous. On the jade table, there are 12 white jade plates, including lingua pie pan, a first-order medium-grade jade spirit peach, a first-order lower-grade purple gold plum, crystal white pear, green jade jujube, purple crystal grape, etc. Matsutake ling ji tang, ling egg soup, steamed silver knife fish, braised golden carp, braised lamb, apricot blossom mycelium soup, braised deer meat, sauce beef, steamed crystal shrimp, Qingyu ling zao cake, steamed green armored crab, all of which are imported monster meat and spiritual items. The staple food is first-grade Chinese crystal rice, and there is also a pot of homemade first-grade Chinese spirit wine peach blossom wine. Due to the high requirements of cultivators for ingredients, ordinary meals are not conducive to their cultivation, and cultivators with conditions will generally consume spiritual food. Due to Lu Changshu's younger brothers and sisters being still young, the atmosphere during the meal was very lively and lively. After dinner, Lu Changshu quickly walked towards the Ethnic Affairs Hall after bidding farewell to his family. The Lu family has only been around for more than 130 years since Lu Wu founded the family in Taohua Mountain. But it has developed into a small gas refining family with 9 late-stage cultivators, 20.5 mid-stage cultivators, 50.2 early-stage cultivators, and tens of thousands of ordinary people in the family. Within a radius of more than 300 miles, it is the territory of the Lu family. The family's industries include the spiritual fruit garden and spiritual medicine garden on the mountain, the spiritual field at the foot of the mountain, the green jade lotus in the spiritual lake, and the spiritual fish in the lake. The cultivators of the Lu family all reside in the Peach Blossom Villa on the Peach Blossom Mountain. The Peach Blossom Villa was built around the mountain, and after more than 100 years of construction, it has begun to take shape. The city wall is as high as 3 zhang, and the family has spent a huge amount of spiritual stones to arrange the second-level inferior Emu evergreen formation, which can resist the attacks of cultivators in the early stage of foundation construction. Lu Changshu quickly arrived at the Family Affairs Hall, which was a red hall that stood 5 zhang high. After entering the main hall, it was found that there were already 7 people present. Led by Lu Baichuan, the 4th elder of the family, and 6 other family cultivators, were also members of the demon hunting team. The Lu family has been passed down for 6 generations since their ancestor Lu Wu established 10 generations. Xian, Qiu, Bai, Shi, Chang, Fu, Zai, Yong, Xiang, and Chuan. In order to ensure the smooth inheritance of his family, Lu Wu, the ancestor of the family, drew on many systems of the Qingyun sect and other major families and formulated the Lu family rules. Due to its location on the edge of the Qingyun Mountains, Taohua Mountain often faces the threat of monsters deep in the mountains. In this situation, the family will include all family cultivators aged 16 and above in the family demon hunting team, and rotate in batches to hunt and kill monsters in the family territory and surrounding areas. This is to avoid the proliferation of monsters here, threaten the safety of ordinary people and cultivators in the family, and at the same time, harvest spiritual medicines and other spiritual items for cultivation. The children of the family who participate in demon hunting activities may face certain dangers, but they can also gain training in battles with monsters, which is particularly beneficial for their own cultivation. The monster materials and various spiritual items obtained during the demon hunting process can also meet some of one's cultivation needs. The monster materials and spiritual medicines obtained during the mountain hunting can be turned over to the clan treasury or kept by oneself. For every monster killed, the family will give a certain contribution point based on its level. The monster materials and various spiritual items submitted to the clan library will also be given corresponding family contribution points according to their value. Each family contribution point is equivalent to a lower-grade spiritual stone. Clan members can exchange their contribution points from the clan library for various cultivation resources they need. The family contribution point system has mobilized the enthusiasm of each family member to obtain cultivation resources. Family contribution points are mainly obtained by completing family tasks, which are diverse and can be obtained by refining alchemy, making talismans, fighting, hunting monsters, and so on. In short, more work pays more, no work cannot be done. In addition to Lu Baichuan, the 3rd generation Lu Shiji, the 9th generation Lu Shijia, the 13th generation Lu Shijiu, the 15th generation Lu Shichao, the 3rd generation Lu Changchun, and the 5th generation Lu Changshan also participated in this mountain demon hunting event. Hello Grandpa 7. Hello Uncle 3. Hello Uncle 9, Uncle 13, Uncle 15. Hello Brother 3, and Brother 5. After seeing everyone, Lu Changshu immediately approached and saluted, saying, "Looking at the outstanding offspring of this family, Lu Baichuan, who is nearly 70 years old, is very satisfied. This child has already reached the 5th level of qi cultivation at the age of 16, and can be said to be the fastest disciple of the long generation in terms of cultivation speed. Are you ready?" Changshu. Lu Baichuan said, "Ready." Lu Changshu replied, "Okay, let's go." Lu Baichuan ordered. This is a story of a small family of cultivators fighting against heaven and earth, constantly developing and growing. The book is not open, but focuses on the process of an ordinary cultivator leading a small family of qi refining into a large family of cultivators with a strong belief in longevity. The protagonist of this article is inspired by longevity, but also loves life, not for longevity, loves beauty, and values family relationships, and has walked out a wonderful and diverse path of immortality cultivation. End of this chapter. Chapter 2. First Monster Hunting. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2. First monster hunting. The family territories around Taohua Mountain are mostly low hills and plains with few valleys. Although there are also some first-order spiritual veins, due to the weak family strength, they are unable to occupy the development. So, these spiritual veins are easily occupied by monsters migrating from the depths of Qingyun Mountain. And these monsters will pose a serious threat to the family cultivators and mortals. The most important purpose of the Lu family's organized demon hunting operation is to eliminate these demon beasts that have entered the family territory and prevent them from posing a threat to the family members. After completing the inspection of the family's 300-mile territory, the demon hunting team will advance towards the depths of the Qingyun Mountains. Start freely collecting elixirs and hunting monsters. At the same time, it is also to investigate the distribution of demon beasts in the depths of the Qingyun Mountains beyond the family's territory, providing intelligence support for the family to deal with the threat of powerful demon beasts. Of course, the demon hunting team dare not go too deep. You should know that there are 5th-level demons deep in the Qingyun Mountains, millions of miles away. There are too many 2nd and 3rd-level demon beasts, which cannot be provoked by the qi refining family. The cultivation realm of cultivators on this planet includes refining qi, building foundations, golden pills, elemental babies, and transforming gods. After reaching the stage of transforming gods, cultivators need to leave this planet and go to other higher-level cultivation planets in order to break through to a higher level. The demon beast realm corresponding to a cultivator is that a first-order demon beast is equivalent to a qi refining cultivator, a second-order demon beast is equivalent to a foundation-building cultivator, and a 5th-order demon beast is equivalent to a human transforming cultivator. Under the leadership of the 4th elder Lu Baichuan, the Lu family demon hunting team used lightness techniques one after another and quickly left Peach Blossom Mountain Villa. They followed the stone steps and paths on Peach Blossom Mountain and descended the mountain. Then, all the way through the villages and towns where ordinary families gather, heading towards the sparsely populated wilderness mountains and forests. These sparsely populated mountains and forests, due to their complex terrain, abundant forests, and numerous wild animals, make it very easy for monsters to hide here. This is also a key area for the Lu family's demon hunting team to clean up. As the captain, Lu Baichuan has rich experience in hunting demons. After the demon hunting team entered the wild mountains and forests, they immediately commanded the members of the demon hunting team to disperse and spread out a certain distance in a fan-shaped search. When the members of the demon hunting team search for monsters, it is best to be able to kill them alone. If they cannot be killed alone, they can call on their clan members to fight together. The mountains and forests are rugged and difficult to navigate, but fortunately, everyone is a qi refining cultivator who uses lightness techniques to walk on flat ground in the mountains and forests, incredibly fast. Lu Changshu is already a mid-stage cultivator of qi refining. Although he cannot fly into the sky with the help of flying magic tools like a late-stage cultivator, he can also use his powerful magic power to use light body techniques to achieve 3 zhang in one step, which is incredibly fast. According to the experience of hunting demons in the mountains taught by elders, when walking a certain distance, one should first hide their body shape, use spiritual eye techniques and divine sense to observe the surrounding situation, and only when it is confirmed that there is no danger can they move forward quickly. There are various dangers in the mountains and forests, except for monsters that are good at hiding their bodies, demon birds flying in the sky, difficult to detect demon insects and toxins, and even deadly spiritual plants. The exploration method of a cultivator is the clearest and most acute observation of divine consciousness. When a cultivator enters the qi refining stage, they will generate divine consciousness. Generally, the observation distance of the first layer of qi refining for cultivators is 2 zhang, which means they can clearly observe the surrounding scenery within a 2 zhang range. The power of divine consciousness will increase with the progress of cultivators, and the observation distance of Lu Changshu's divine consciousness in the 5 levels of qi refining cultivation is 10 zhang. Another method of exploration for cultivators is the spiritual eye technique. His advantage is the long observation distance. Lu Changshu's spiritual eye technique, Golden Light Eye, is a mid-level yellow-level spell that can clearly see scenes within 10 miles. It is named after the golden light emitted from the eyes during casting. This golden eye spell not only allows cultivators to see farther and clearer. It can also help cultivators observe and distinguish between items and the presence of spiritual energy in the air. The observation distance and effectiveness of the spiritual eye technique also depend on the practitioner's cultivation level and the quality of the spiritual eye technique used. After practicing high-level spiritual eye techniques, Yuanian cultivators can clearly see scenes thousands of miles away, which is the true 1,000-mile eye. Lu Changshu is curious about everything around him because it is his first time hunting demons. In the beautiful wilderness mountains and forests, in addition to the mythical beasts covered in treasures, there are also countless precious spiritual medicines, fruits, trees, materials, and other spiritual creatures waiting for cultivators to discover. According to the experience introduced by the elderly family members, in order to find demon beasts and spiritual objects, the first step is to familiarize yourself with the appearance, habits, and characteristics of various demon beasts and spiritual objects in heaven and earth. Therefore, the family school requires each member of the clan to be familiar with and master various knowledge related to demon beasts and celestial spirits, and is willing to take out samples of various demon beasts and celestial spirits obtained by the family for physical teaching. Walking on the mountains, rivers, and land belonging to the Lu family, Lu Changshu felt extremely nervous and excited. Nervously, I don't know what kind of monster I will encounter and whether I can deal with it. Excited is the anticipation of the harvest from this trip. Fantasizing that I can find precious elixirs or other heavenly and earthly treasures. According to the experience of his elders, Lu Changshu stopped first after walking a section of the road and carefully observed the situation in the distance with his spiritual eye technique. When encountering a place where spiritual energy overflowed, he would use his spiritual consciousness to carefully observe when approaching. I just searched for a long time, but I didn't find any traces of monsters or spirits. Obviously, it's not easy to find monsters and spiritual creatures. After sorting out his emotions, Lu Changshu continued to move forward. Finally, after walking for a long time, 3 green astragalus plants emitting a faint spiritual energy were found in the bushes at the foot of a small mountain. These 3 Qingqi herbs have a medicinal age of 3 years, reaching the level of first-grade spiritual medicine, and are the main medicines for refining qi refining pills. Lu Changshu is very happy, this is his first time picking a spiritual medicine. After confirming that there were no monsters or insects around the elixir, Lu Changshu dug out these 3 elixirs along with the entire root system and placed them in a dedicated elixir jade box. Due to the fact that the largest industries of the Lu family are the Lingguo Lingyao Garden and Lingtian, most of the members of the Lu family are spiritual cultivators. Lu Changshu is also a first-class intermediate spiritual cultivator. He planted 1 acre of first-grade amethyst rice, half acre of first-grade spiritual medicine, and 2 first-grade inferior jade spirit peach trees in his small courtyard, all of which belonged to him. The family strongly encourages its members to transplant spiritual plants found outside to the family, and to contribute more to the spiritual plants that the family cultivators can transfer. As a result, the Lu family cultivator was willing to excavate the entire spiritual plant they discovered and bring it back to their family for transplantation. Next, 8 more green astragalus plants were discovered, and I was very satisfied. Lu Changshu was searching through a dense forest when he suddenly saw with his golden eyes a patch of apricot yellow mushroom growing on a dead tree in the distance. Apricot yellow spirit mushroom is a first-order lower-grade spiritual mushroom, which has a good effect on enhancing the mana cultivation of cultivators in the early stage of qi refining, and is particularly suitable for making spiritual meals. The apricot yellow mushroom mycelium soup made from apricot yellow mushrooms has an extremely delicious taste and is the favorite of qi refining cultivators. There are as many as 15 apricot yellow mushrooms discovered by Lu Changshu. But when Lu Changshu reached a distance of 10 zhang from the apricot yellow mushroom, he used his divine sense to discover that under this huge dead tree with apricot yellow mushrooms, there was a huge demon snake with skin like withered leaves, 3 zhang long and the thickness of a water bucket. If it weren't for Lu Changshu's careful observation with his divine sense, it would be difficult to detect. This snake is called a withered leaf snake and is a first-order intermediate level monster. Its skin can blend with the surrounding environment and has strong stealth ability. After realizing that the demon snake had been discovered by Lu Changshu, it no longer hid. The huge snake's body swayed and approached Lu Changshu. A highly poisonous water arrow shot straight at Lu Changshu. As it was his first time facing a monster, Lu Changshu couldn't help feeling a bit nervous in his heart, but his reaction was also extremely rapid. With a gentle shake of his body, he had already left the range of the water arrow's attack. Lu Changshu, who had dodged the attack of the demon snake, immediately cast a spell, and a fist-sized hot fireball appeared in the air, rushing towards the demon snake at lightning speed. The speed of the demon snake is not slow either. The snake's body lightly dodged, and the scorching fireball hit the blue stone behind the demon snake, burning a large hole in the blue stone. 1 person and 1 snake are in this dense forest, you come and I fight non-stop. For a moment. In the dense forest, there was a mess, and the raging flames ignited many trees. The poisonous water arrows continuously ejected by the demon snake also filled the air with poisonous gas. Lu Changshu also felt a bit dizzy and nauseous. After taking a detoxification pill, he continued to cast the spell. A series of 3 fireballs hit the demon snake, but it couldn't dodge. A scorching fireball hit the snake's body, almost scorching it. After being injured, the withered leaf snake suffered unbearable pain and suddenly became more aggressive, launching even more intense attacks. Lu Changshu could only dodge and cast spells at the same time, continuously hitting hot fireballs one after another towards the demon snake. Lu Changshu currently only has 5 levels of qi refining and immortal cultivation. With the passage of time, his magical power has become increasingly insufficient. To avoid accidents, he still took out a transmission note and called for support from his clan members. As the captain of the demon hunting team, Lu Baichuan's most important thing is to always pay attention to the safety of his family's children and be able to arrive in time when they encounter danger and need support. After receiving a message from Lu Changxiu, the imperial envoy Feijian quickly rushed over. With his joining, the battle situation immediately reversed. Lu Baichuan's green moon sword is like a series of green rainbows constantly swiftly slashing towards the withered leaf snake. Under the pincer attack of fireball and flying sword, although the withered leaf snake still wanted to fight to death, its strength was insufficient, and it ultimately did not escape the fate of being beheaded. Subsequently, Lu Baichuan and Lu Changxiu briefly discussed the distribution of spoils of war. Lu Baichuan obtained the demon pill and half the snake body, while Lu Changxiu obtained the snake gall, snake venom, and half the snake body. Monsters are covered in treasures all over their bodies. Take this withered leaf snake as an example. Demon pills, snake bile, and snake venom can be used to refine elixirs, snake blood can be used to make spiritual ink, snake bones and skin can be used to make magic tools and vestments, snake meat can be used to make spiritual meals, and this demon snake can sell around 200 yuan of spiritual stones. Therefore, hunting demons has become an important means for many cultivators to obtain spiritual stone income. However, the risk of hunting demons is also high, and many cultivators unfortunately fall into the trap of demons during hunting. At this moment, other ethnic groups also quickly arrived and left when they saw that the monster had been resolved. Lu Changxiu did not immediately set off after collecting the Xinghuang spirit mushroom. Instead, he sat in place to regulate his breath and restore his mana before resuming demon hunting. End of this chapter. Chapter 3. Continuing to hunt demons. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3. Continuing to hunt demons. Looking back at the battle against the withered leaf snake, Lu Changxiu found that his fighting skills were greatly lacking. The triggering speed of fireball technique is not fast. Insufficient power. It is very difficult to use against enemies. It seems that in the future, besides putting in effort in practicing martial arts and constantly advancing and breaking through, one cannot relax in the cultivation of spells. Only by practicing spells to the fullest can one have a better chance of winning in enemy battles. Lu Changxiu is currently practicing the Huangjie top-grade cultivation method, Peiyuan refining Qi Ju, which is a non-attribute cultivation method. The advantage of this cultivation method is that it does not require the spiritual root attribute of the cultivator. Any spiritual root can be cultivated, and the resulting mana is relatively moderate and peaceful, making it suitable for cultivators during the Qi refining period to cultivate. The disadvantage is that the martial arts skills of the cultivators practicing this technique are relatively mediocre. The Lu family in Taohua Mountain is just an ordinary Qi refining family, and their family has not been established for a long time. The number of martial arts collected by the family is not large, and their level is not high. The highest level martial arts in the Lu family's collection is only a lower level martial arts at the mysterious level. This cultivation method only contains the content of refining Qi, and it does not match Lu Changxiu's spiritual root attribute. The Peiyuan refining Qi technique practiced by Lu Changxiu is currently the best martial art in the Lu family's collection. The vast majority of martial arts that can be purchased outside are yellow-level martial arts, while martial arts above the Xian level are mostly controlled by large sects and families. These sects and families regard the cultivation of martial arts above the Xuanjie level as the fundamental basis for the inheritance of the sect's lineage, and absolutely do not allow external circulation. The cultivation of immortals is divided into 4 levels: Heaven, Earth, Xian, and Huang. Among them, the Huangjie technique has the worst quality. Compared to cultivators who practice advanced techniques, cultivators who practice yellow-level techniques encounter more bottlenecks in their practice, have greater difficulty in advancing, and generally produce lower quality mana. They are at a disadvantage when fighting against enemies. However, Due to the relatively easy acquisition and low difficulty of cultivation, as well as the low consumption of cultivation resources, the vast majority of casual cultivators and small cultivation family cultivators can only reluctantly choose the Huangjia cultivation method. The Xuanjia technique is the mainstream technique practiced by the children of large sects and families. Its cultivation difficulty is relatively high, but there are fewer bottlenecks encountered in practicing Xuanjia techniques, and the quality of magic is good. The quality of mana and the difficulty of advanced cultivation in the earth-level cultivation method are much better than those in the Xian and Huang-level cultivation methods. Often, it is a skill that can only be practiced by outstanding disciples from large sects and families, and is also regarded as the foundation of the sect's lineage. Most Yuan cultivators practice earth-level techniques. Even if there are one or two Tianjia martial arts in large sects and families, it would be great. Some large sects and families do not even have one Tianjia martial arts, which is considered the most core inheritance of the sect. Only the main lineage or the most core disciples can cultivate it. The martial arts are often difficult to understand and require special and precious spiritual objects to assist in cultivation. After initially getting used to the monster hunting activities, Lu Changshu summarized some action methods for searching for the spirits of monster animals by combining the experience taught by the elders and his experience of participating in the monster hunting activities. When observing from a distance using the spiritual eye technique, the first thing to consider is the concentration of spiritual energy. The stronger the spiritual energy, the higher the possibility of the existence of spiritual medicines, spiritual objects, and monsters. The first-order spiritual pulse is likely to contain first-order demon beasts or spiritual medicines, while the second-order spiritual pulse often contains second-order demon beasts or spiritual medicines. So, the focus of the search is on places with spiritual veins and energy. The spiritual eye technique practiced by Lu Changshu is the yellow rank magic golden light eye. Pinching the magic technique, a ray of golden light appears in his eyes, scanning the mountains ahead. The distant mountains were immediately clear in Lu Changshu's eyes, and faint spiritual energy of various colors was also found in the air, among which the most was the greenwood attribute spiritual energy. Suddenly, Lu Changshu noticed that in a jungle on the mountainside ahead, a 1-foot-tall small tree was quite different, with a strong spiritual energy due to its wooden nature. Lu Changshu immediately activated the lightness technique and headed towards this small tree. I saw Lu Changshu walking 3 zhang at a time on the rugged mountain slope, as fast as walking on flat ground. Even steep cliffs that are difficult for ordinary mortals to walk on can be easily climbed. Lu Changshu quickly arrived at 50 feet away from this small tree. After learning the lesson just now, Lu Changshu was extremely cautious in his heart. After careful observation and identification, Lu Changshu discovered that this was a spiritual tea tree, named Yunwu tea. Drinking this tea regularly can clear the mind and awaken the mind, which has a slight ability to enhance the spiritual awareness and comprehension of cultivators. The older the tree, the better the quality of the produced lingcha. Although this tea tree is only over 10 years old and produces not many spiritual teas, it is still a precious spiritual plant. Lu Changshu became more and more cautious, as there must be demon beasts guarding the tea tree nearby. Sure enough, after careful observation by Lu Changshu, he found an inconspicuous small cave 30 feet away from the tea tree, and a 3-foot-long blue demon fox walked out of the cave. Obviously, the monster also sensed someone coming. This green fox reached the first level of intermediate cultivation and walked towards Lu Changshu with a fierce light on its face when it saw him. As he approached Lu Changshu 7 zhang away, Qinghu continuously emitted several wind blades from his mouth, attacking Lu Changshu head-on. Lu Changshu immediately took out the Longquan sword and turtle shell shield from the storage bag and killed the green fox. The best way to deal with monsters like the green fox is to use a sword, which has a flexible body method but insufficient body defense. The wind blade speed of Qinghu is very fast. Lu Changshu blocked it with a turtle shell shield wind blade and waved his Longquan sword continuously towards Qinghu. The green fox fully utilizes its advantage of physical agility, constantly dodging and launching wind blade attacks from time to time. The green fox is best at psychedelic and searching for celestial spirits, but its wind blade spell does not have strong attack power. After seeing the wind blade ineffective again, suddenly, the green fox danced around Lu Changshu. Lu Changshu felt as if there were 3 green foxes spinning around him in front of him. I can't tell which one is real. Lu Changshu heard the old man say that the bloodline magic of fox-like beasts is generally psychedelic. Obviously, this green fox's bloodline magic not only has a wind blade, but also a fantasy dance. Lu Changshu had no choice but to regard all 3 green foxes as real and launched an indiscriminate attack. For a while, Lu Changshu's mana consumption increased sharply, but fortunately, the mana consumption of Qinghu's bloodline demon magic dance was also significant. And when launching the bloodline demon art phantom dance, you cannot simultaneously launch the wind blade attack, otherwise the psychedelic effect of the phantom dance will be ineffective. For a moment, 1 person and 1 fox entered the stalemate stage, and whoever can hold on to their magic until the end is the winner. The green fox couldn't hold on at first, and its dancing speed began to slow down, from changing 2 green foxes to changing 1 green fox. Lu Changshu's spirit lifted and he took out a first-order medium-grade green vine talisman from his storage bag. He offered it to a green fox and wrapped it around it. Then, wielding the Longquan sword, he quickly slashed towards another green fox. In fact, the green fox entangled by the green vine talisman is fake. The magic dance of Qinghu was broken by Lu Changshu. The real green fox was also injured in the fox's leg by Lu Changshu's sword, and the green fox, which had lost its speed advantage, was quickly killed by Lu Changshu. Killing the green fox made Lu Changshu very happy. This was his first time killing a monster alone. Excitedly, he put the body of the green fox into the storage bag. The most precious thing about a green fox is its fur. The robe made from its fur is not only beautiful but also has a certain degree of protection, which is deeply loved by female cultivators. After returning, I plan to offer the fox skin to my mother, and she will definitely be very happy. Thank you for your support. As I am writing a novel for the first time and lack experience, I have many shortcomings. I hope everyone can support me and provide valuable feedback. End of this chapter. Chapter 4. Young Fox Cubs. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4 Young Fox Cubs. After killing the green fox, Lu Changshu cautiously walked towards the cave where the green fox was located. Walking up to the cave and looking into it, I found that although the cave entrance was not large and only allowed 1 person to pass through, it was winding deep inside. Lu Changshu walked towards the cave with a shield in one hand and a sword in the other. After walking about 30 feet, I found a palm-sized young fox on the hay at the end of the cave. The young fox cub had already opened its eyes and curiously looked at Lu Changshu. Lu Changshu suddenly realized why the green fox's strength was so unbearable. It turned out that it was just recently produced, when the body was weak. That's why he was easily killed by Lu Changshu. Seeing this young fox cub, Lu Changshu felt very comfortable. He particularly envies the members of his family who have spiritual beasts, such as his father Lu Shihao, who has a first-class silver-eared macaque. Father treats this silver-eared macaque like his own brother. It accompanied my father's growth all the way and was his most loyal companion on the path of cultivating immortality. It also helped my father overcome dangerous disasters multiple times. Father Lu Shihao demands that his wives, concubines, and children treat him like family. When Lu Changshu was young, it also helped him avoid a fatal attack from a monster. It was also that time when Lu Changshu had the idea of raising his own spiritual beasts in the future. The recognition of the master by the demon beast requires the cultivator to use blood as a medium to imprint their divine soul imprint on the demon beast's divine soul, so that the demon beast can be spiritually close to the master and communicate with the master's divine soul. However, most adult monsters are difficult to train due to their wild nature and strong autonomy, making it difficult for them to be willing to accept cultivators as their main focus. Only young animals or animal eggs can easily identify the owner. The young fox cub that Lu Changxiu received has just been born, and it is a good time to recognize its owner. Lu Changxiu happily held the young fox in his arms and took out a jade spirit peach from the storage bag. The young fox quickly ate the spirit peach. After eating the spirit peach, he quickly became close to Lu Changxiu, who named this young fox Xiaoqing. Lu Changxiu built a simple divine soul recognition array on the flat ground. Lu Changxiu activated the formation and carried Xiaoqing onto it. He used his sword to cut through his wrist and dripped a few drops of essence and blood onto Xiaoqing's forehead. Silently reciting and pinching the spell, a trace of divine soul enters Xiaoqing's soul sea through the medium of essence and blood, and imprints it on Xiaoqing's divine soul. Subsequently, in Lu Changxiu's divine soul, he received a call from Xiaoqing. Lu Changxiu told it its name was Xiaoqing, and this monster cub also recognized this name. Xiaoqing contacted Lu Changxiu through his divine soul and said, "Hungry. Hungry." Lu Changxiu took out a piece of lingmi cake from the storage bag and fed it to Xiaoqing. Xiaoqing quickly ate the lingmi cake and then fell asleep satisfied. In addition to Xiaoqing, Lu Changxiu also discovered many monster and human bones in the cave, and found 2 storage bags from them, which are estimated to be the relics of a low-level cultivator killed by Qinghu. After opening the storage bag, it was found that there were a total of 70 low-level spirit stones with various attributes, 2 yellow-level intermediate cultivation techniques, the blue water technique and the thick earth technique, 1 first-level intermediate talisman pen, 1 classic talisman making book, 1 spiritual plant atlas, 1 first-level lower-level magical tool, the Xian iron sword, and 1 complete set of qi refining spells. The harvest was not significant. After searching for something valuable, Lu Changxiu carried Xiaoqing out of the cave. Walk up to the lingcha tree, pick the tender leaves of the lingcha tree, put them in a jade box, and prepare to go back and make lingcha by yourself. Finally, carefully dig out the spiritual tea tree and the surrounding spiritual soil, and place them in a dedicated jade pot for transplanting the spiritual tree, ready to be taken to the family for transplantation. At this point it was almost dark and Lu Changxiu had finished his demon hunting activity today, preparing to join his tribe in camp. The night in the mountains and forests is very dangerous, and many fierce monsters choose to come out and hunt at night. Due to the disadvantage of nocturnal demon hunting for cultivators, for safety reasons, the family demon hunting team will choose to camp together to cope with unexpected situations. After communicating with his 7th grandfather Lu Baichuan through notes, Lu Changxiu quickly found the gathering camp of his family's demon hunting team. The camping site of the family demon hunting team is arranged on the mountainside of a small mountain, and a top-notch small 5 elements mist formation is set up. After arriving at the assembly camp and meeting Grandpa Lu Baichuan and other family cultivators, Lu Changxiu briefly shared today's gains with Grandpa Lu Baichuan. Everyone also saw Xiaoqing hiding in Lu Changxiu's arms and envied Lu Changxiu's good luck. The Qinghu is a famous monster that is good at searching for celestial spirits. With Xiaoqing, Lu Changxiu's ability to search for celestial spirits has greatly improved. Lu Changxiu also asked the crowd if there were any surplus spirit beast bags that could be sold to him. After all, holding Xiaoqing in your arms is not a problem. At this moment, Uncle Lu Shijia took out a spirit beast bag from his body and said, "This is my original spirit beast, the diamond ape, which used a spirit beast bag. In a battle with evil Xiu, the diamond ape escaped to cover me and died at the hands of evil Xiu. I don't have any spirit beasts anymore, so I'll transfer this spirit beast bag to you. You just need to give me 300 inferior spirit stones." Lu Changxiu said happily, "Okay." Speaking, he took the spirit beast bag from Uncle Jiu's hand and took out 300 spirit stones from the storage bag to hand over to Uncle Jiu Lu Shijia. After taking the spirit beast bag, Lu Changshu used his divine sense to refine it and put Xiaoqing into the bag. After all the cultivators in the demon hunting team had arrived, Lu Baichuan convened a small meeting for everyone. The meeting mainly made some brief arrangements for tonight's duty and tomorrow's demon hunting activity, and emphasized some precautions again. He emphasized once again that as the distance from the family grew, the number of demon beasts encountered by the demon hunters would increase, and they would also become more powerful and dangerous. So, one should be more careful and not stay too far away from the tribe members to avoid encountering powerful monsters that the tribe members may not be able to rescue. Finally, Lu Baichuan made specific arrangements for the family cultivators to be on guard at night. Divide the 8 members participating in this demon hunting team into 2 groups, with 4 members in each group. Lu Changshu is scheduled to be on duty in the first half of the night tonight. After the meeting, Lu Changshu found an open space at the campsite as his resting place for the night. He released Xiaoqing from his spirit beast bag and fed him a piece of monster snake meat. Lu Changshu is very satisfied with today's harvest. For this reason, he decided to roast the killed monster snake meat as a reward. So, Lu Changshu took out many banquet utensils from his storage bag, including spiritual wood tables and chairs, jade plates, and barbecue grills. Then, some spiritual peach charcoal was placed under the grill, and a red flame appeared out of nowhere by pinching the magic formula. This flame fell into the spiritual peach charcoal and immediately ignited. Take out a large piece of monster snake meat from the storage bag, use a first-order inferior cooking knife to slice the snake meat thinly, place it on a spiritual iron baking tray, sprinkle salt and seasoning with spiritual seasoning, and place it on the grill. In no time, the aroma of grilled meat emanated. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. Mountain Banquet. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5 Mountain Banquet. Lu Changshu is a person who pays great attention to the cultivation of immortality. He usually eats spiritual fruits and spiritual meals, and rarely eats mortal food and elixirs. In order to have a delicious spiritual meal during this trip to hunt monsters, I specially brought these dining utensils in my storage bag, and even brought some spiritual charcoal for barbecue. He doesn't understand the attitude of some monks who pursue immortality by not marrying Taoist priests and blindly practicing hard. I don't know what their cultivation plan is it long-term loneliness? Even if you reach a higher level of cultivation, what can you do with having a longer lifespan element? He believes that the path of cultivating immortals is long and bumpy. On the path of pursuing immortality, in addition to constantly improving one's cultivation to have a longer lifespan, one should also learn to enjoy the current beautiful life of cultivating immortality. His attitude towards cultivating immortality stems from the mother of his spiritual diet master. Mother Lin Yulian is very concerned about Lu Changshu's daily life of cultivating immortality and always tries her best to create the best environment for Lu Changshu's cultivation. In order to lay a solid foundation for their children's cultivation since childhood, they began learning to make spiritual meals and did their best to provide various spiritual meals for their son's cultivation. Although Lu Changshu's father is an alchemist, his mother Lin Yulian has always demanded that Lu Changshu not take pills to improve his cultivation unless it is necessary. This is because long-term use of elixirs can produce erysipelas in the cultivator's body. Over time, the accumulation of erysipelas will affect the breakthrough of cultivators in their future cultivation. Under the influence of his mother, he also fell in love with making and consuming spiritual food, and regarded it as an important means to improve his cultivation. Long-term and continuous consumption of spiritual food laid a solid foundation for Lu Changshu's path to immortality. With the guidance and help of his mother Lin Yulian, Lu Changshu has now basically reached the level of a first-tier spiritual chef, especially with the best level of grilled meat. Ling Shanshi is also one of the 100 skills in cultivating immortals. Many edible spiritual ingredients, if not processed and made by Ling Shanshi, will be difficult to swallow and have poor eating effects. Different ingredients require spiritual chefs to use different processing methods. The processing of many ingredients is tedious, but after being processed by a spiritual chef, it can become a delicious spiritual meal beneficial for cultivators to cultivate. For example, the blood, flesh and viscera of monster beasts are rich in spiritual essence needed by the friars. Frequent consumption of spiritual food made of monster beasts' blood and flesh will help to strengthen the strength of the friar's flesh, especially for the body-refining friars. But the meat of many demon beasts is very hard, and it is difficult to make spiritual meals with ordinary methods. It requires spiritual food masters to use spiritual fire or other methods to make delicious spiritual meals that are beneficial for cultivators to cultivate. The spiritual charcoal used for tonight's barbecue was brought from home by Lu Changshu, which was made by cutting off the branches of the family's spiritual peach tree and firing it. In order to make the spiritual peach tree produce higher quality spiritual peaches, the spiritual planters of the family will prune it, and the family will cut off the branches of the spiritual peach tree and burn them into spiritual peach charcoal. Lingtao charcoal is mainly used for alchemy and barbecue, and can also bring 500 pieces of inferior spiritual stones to the family's income every year. Lingtao charcoal has a high flame temperature, good combustion stability, low smoke, and a peach wood aroma, which is very popular among alchemists and spiritual chefs. The aroma of grilled meat quickly permeated the air of the campsite. Xiaoqing stood in front of the barbecue grill early, looking at Lu Changshu with its eager eyes, constantly transmitting messages from his divine soul to demand grilled meat from his master. Obviously, it couldn't wait anymore, and Lu Changshu had to constantly appease Xiaoqing. During the barbecue, Lu Changshu steamed another pot of ling rice. After roasting the snake meat until golden brown, the baking tray was taken off the grill and everyone was invited to come and eat it. Everyone didn't show any courtesy to Lu Changshu and rushed to enjoy the barbecue. Xiaoqing also picked up a piece of barbecue and hid aside to enjoy it. Lu Changshu took out a pot of peach blossom wine and several white jade wine glasses from the storage bag to fill them for everyone. Taohua Mountain Lu's peach blossom wine is made by natural fermentation of jasper and peach. The wine is crystal clear, rich in essence of peach, full of vitality, rich aroma, sweet and refreshing, and has a long aftertaste. Being able to supplement the power of cultivators and enhance their cultivation, it is very popular among qi refining cultivators and is the two main sources of income for the Lu family in Taohua Mountain. It brings a large amount of spiritual stone income to the Lu family every year. Everyone sitting together, drinking and eating meat is not enjoyable. Due to the large number of ethnic groups, there is a high demand for grilled meat. Lu Changshu had to constantly barbecue to meet everyone's needs. Although Xiaoqing is only the size of a palm, he has also eaten a lot of grilled meat, and I don't know where all the meat he has eaten has gone. Among the cultivators of the Lu family, the third uncle Lu Shiji and the fifth brother Lu Changshan, the father and son, ate the most, mainly because both of them were physical cultivators and had always had a large appetite. Both father and son are tall and burly, and they use dragon-coiled sticks as their magic tools. Uncle Lu Shiji is 55 years old this year and has only reached the 6th level of qi refining cultivation. Wugu Lu Changshan is 26 years old this year and has just broken through the 3rd layer of qi refining. But with their strong physical strength, the two of them are often able to step up in close combat, and their strength cannot be underestimated. However, the spiritual resources consumed in daily physical cultivation are too much, and both father and son are very poor. After everyone had eaten and drunk enough, and thanking Lu Changshu for his hospitality, they all sat cross-legged, using the Dharma technique to refine the food in their stomachs. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Rainy Night Watch. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6 Rainy Night Watch. After everyone dispersed, Lu Changshu also began his first night duty, along with his third uncle Lu Shiji, ninth uncle Lu Shijiao, and fifth brother Lu Changshan. They are each responsible for monitoring the movement in one direction. Lu Changshu is responsible for guarding the east. He meditates facing the east and occasionally scans ahead with his golden eyes. On a night in the mountains, the bright moon hangs high, serene yet hidden, with occasional roars of beasts coming from afar. Many fierce monsters come out to forage at night. Unconsciously, gusts of mountain wind began to blow, and continuous drizzle drifted down. The little five elements mist formation emits a faint black light shield, which not only hides its movements but also blocks out wind and rain. As a first-class formation, the small five elements mist formation has a good illusion concealment effect, and the formation's light mask will change with the changes in the surrounding spiritual environment. If the little five elements mist formation is placed in the desert, cultivators and monsters will see from a distance like a desert. Placed in the forest, what you will see is also like a forest. Moreover, the little five elements mist formation also has good defensive power, able to withstand the full force of cultivators in the early stages of foundation construction. This formation is an important equipment for the Lu family's demon hunting team when going out to hunt monsters. In order to purchase this formation, the family spent 3,500 low-level spirit stones. Lu Changshu and Lu Changshan, due to their good relationship on weekdays, were on duty while exploring the situation in the distance and chatting in a low voice. Of course, the most talked about topic between the two was about cultivation. Although Lu Changshan was older, his cultivation level was not as high as Lu Changshu's. Therefore, he was very envious of Lu Changshu and would seek his advice whenever he had the opportunity. Unconsciously, time arrived in the early morning when Lu Changshu suddenly heard the faint roar of demon beasts from the distant north, but it was blocked by night and wind and rain, and could not be seen clearly with his spiritual eye technique. Lu Changshu immediately activated the spirit ear technique, and his ears swelled in a circle under the influence of magic. The distant roar of the beast immediately became clear. According to the results of the spiritual ear technique, it is estimated that there is a wolf pack hunting a deer pack 20 miles north of their camp. Lu Changshu could clearly detect the howling of wolves, the chirping of deer, and the constant sound of biting and fighting, which kept echoing in his ears. The demon wolf pack has always been a major threat to the cultivation family, with at least 10 or even 100 or 200 demon wolves in each wolf pack. If there is a wolf pack with dozens of demon wolves, not to mention their few-member demon hunting team, even if they gather all the Lu family cultivators, they can only defend the family formation. After discovering this situation, Lu Changshu quickly told his third uncle Lu Shiji about it. Uncle Lu Shiji also vaguely realized that the situation was not right. After using the spiritual ear technique to investigate, he furrowed his brows and woke up his sleeping seventh grandfather Lu Baichuan. After using his spiritual ear technique to explore, Lu Baichuan's expression became solemn. Lu Baichuan's cultivation is higher, his voice is clearer, and he is also extremely wary of this group of demon wolves entering the family territory. After some contemplation, Lu Baichuan felt that the top priority now was to determine the detailed quantity and strength of this wolf pack. Although the individual strength of each demon wolf in a pack of demons is not as strong as that of tiger and leopard beasts, with the strict organization, good discipline, and cunning mind of the wolf pack, the vast majority of cultivators also keep their distance. After figuring out the seriousness of this matter, Grandpa Lu Baichuan woke up the sleeping tribe and arranged for his third uncle Lu Shiji to lead the tribe to stay at the camp and continue monitoring the movement of the wolf pack. He himself changed into a black robe and wore a black hat. This robe and hat are made of black brocade and linen, which have a certain blocking effect on divine consciousness and good protection. They are the best robe in Lu Baichuan's hands. It is only when going out to scout powerful monsters that one is willing to wear them. Before leaving, Lu Baichuan instructed everyone to be prepared for battle, pay attention to his news, and flee back to their family as soon as possible. At the same time, Lu Baichuan also informed the family leader of the situation here through the 100-mile transmission note, hoping that the family would make corresponding preparations. After the explanation was completed, Lu Baichuan quickly disappeared into the night. Everyone was anxiously waiting at the campsite for the news from Lu Baichuan. At this moment, Lu Changshu was very worried about Lu Baichuan's safety. He found that the family was too weak, and even a group of demon wolves could threaten the safety of the family. I must lead my family to become stronger, Lu Changshu secretly swore in his heart. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. The Patriarch comes to aid. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. The Patriarch comes to aid. 2 hours later, the fourth elder Lu Baichuan told the crowd through notes that he had observed the situation on the spot. This is a group of Qingfeng wolves hunting golden horn deer. There are a total of 15 Qingfeng wolves, including 2 first-order top-grade Qingfeng wolves, 4 first-order mid-grade Qingfeng wolves, and 9 first-order low-grade Qingfeng wolves. The characteristics of Qingfeng wolf are fast running speed, good endurance, cunning nature, and good at group hunting. The bloodline demon art is the wind blade art, but the disadvantage is that Qingfeng wolf's physical body is not strong. There are a total of 12 golden horn deer hunted by the green wind wolf, and the herd, led by the first-class golden horn deer king, is constantly circling with the wolf pack in an attempt to break out of its encirclement. Due to the weaker endurance of the golden horn deer compared to the green wind wolf, the situation of the herd is very difficult. The golden horn deer is full of treasures, and its speed is fast. Its bloodline demon technique, golden horn technique, also has strong attack power. However, its huge golden horn also makes it less agile in combat, and its endurance is not as good as that of the blue wind wolf. It often falls behind in battles with the blue wind wolf. For the blue wind wolves who feed on golden deer, they are well aware of their weaknesses and are good at using their strengths to hunt golden deer with extraordinary endurance. The blue wind wolf often uses the following tactics to deal with the golden horn deer. The wolf pack first rotates and sends out a small number of blue wind wolves, constantly harassing and attacking the golden horn deer pack, driving the golden horn deer pack away and constantly running away, while the wolf pack follows the deer pack and relentlessly pursues it. After exhausting the deer pack and exhausting its demonic power, it will attack with all its might. Therefore, it is often possible to obtain rich results at a relatively small cost. Just using this tactic, wolf packs require more time and often take several days and nights to end the battle. According to the intelligence provided by the fourth elder Lu Baichuan, the clan leader Lu Baishan decided to seize this favorable opportunity and eliminate the green wind wolf and golden horn deer herd in one fell swoop. Therefore, the clan chief requested that the fourth elder Lu Baichuan not act rashly and continue to track and monitor the movements of the wolf and deer herds before he and his tribe came to support him. At the same time, Lu Shiji was requested to continue leading the demon hunting team to wait in the camp. After the clan leader led the support team to arrive, they set off together to eliminate the wolf and deer herds. After waiting for a while, clan leader Lu Baishan arrived at the camp the next morning with a support team of 15 people and joined the demon hunting team. Clan leader Lu Baishan is the biological grandfather of Lu Changshu. He is 82 years old, with a Chinese-style face and a strong physique. He is the 5th generation of the Lu family, with a perfect cultivation of qi and 4 spiritual roots of gold, wood, fire, and earth. He is also a first-class spiritual planting and refining master. Lu Baishan had 5 wives and concubines, who gave him a total of 12 sons and 13 daughters. However, the child with spiritual roots only had 2 sons and 1 daughter. They are the father of Lu Changshu, the 7th generation elder Lu Shihao, the 16th generation elder Lu Shiren, and the 19th generation elder Lu Shilan, all because their parents are cultivators. The probability of ordinary people giving birth to offspring with spiritual roots is even lower, only 1 in 1,000. Every year, hundreds or even thousands of children in the family reach the age for testing spiritual roots. However, only 2 or 3 children are tested for spiritual roots each year, and some years even do not. The vast majority of children tested for spiritual roots are descendants of cultivators, with very few coming from ordinary people. So, most immortal families require male cultivators to marry and take concubines when they reach reproductive age, and have more children. There is no way, as the cultivators are the guardians of the family. If there is no successor, the family will inevitably decline or even perish. In this world full of crises, without the protection of the strong, it is impossible to survive in this world. The family rules of the Lu family require family monks to marry and have children at the age of marriage and childbirth, and reward parents who give birth to children with spiritual roots with spiritual stones. Another reason is that in order to maintain good relationships with neighboring families, the cultivation family often intermarries with other cultivation families. Lu Changshu's father and mother were married in this way. In fact, many cultivators are unwilling to marry and have children early for the sake of their inner path, but many choose to compromise in the face of harsh reality. In the support team brought by clan leader Lu Baishan, Lu Changshu's father Lu Shihao, mother Lin Yulian, uncle Lu Shiren, and aunt Lu Shirlan all came. Lu Changshu quickly met his grandfather Lu Baishan, father Lu Shihao, mother Lin Yulian, uncle Lu Shiren, and aunt Lu Shirlan. After seeing Lu Changshu, Lin Yulian's mother carefully scrutinized him and finally felt relieved when she saw that he was not injured. After seeing the caring gaze of his family, Lu Changshu briefly introduced his experiences in the past 2 days and finally said, "Grandpa, father, mother, uncle, aunt, rest assured. I have the ability to protect myself and my family." As he spoke, Lu Changshu took out the fur of the blue fox he had hunted from his storage bag and gave it to his mother Lin Yulian, saying, "This is the first demon beast I committed suicide on my own. Its fur is very beautiful. I will give it to my mother today, and I hope you like it." Mother Lin Yulian's tears of joy came down her face. She nodded and said happily, "My sewer has grown up, is sensible, and has skills. I am very happy." Then she happily took the fox skin and put it into the storage bag. Then, Lu Changshu took out the young fox cub, Xiaoqing, from the spirit beast bag. The cute and adorable Xiaoqing made her mother very happy. In her eyes, her son's gains were all her own, and his ability made her feel more at ease. After completing their rest, the cultivators of the Lu family, led by their clan leader Lu Baishan, began to move towards the direction guided by Lu Baichuan. Quickly, the Lu family arrived at the designated location, which was a valley surrounded by mountains with only 4 mountain paths leading to the outside, making it an excellent ambush spot. The wolf pack is currently hunting a pack of golden horned deer. Due to the intense battle between the wolf pack and the deer pack, both the deer and wolf pack are now exhausted, making it a good time for the Lu family to attack. Especially at this time, the golden horned deer herd is also at an absolute disadvantage, having been killed by the wolf pack with 5 golden horned deer. The deer king's body is already covered in scars, and other golden horned deer have also suffered varying degrees of injuries. Before long, this group of golden horned deer will be killed by the wolf pack. The Qingfeng wolf pack also suffered certain losses, with 2 Qingfeng wolves killed by the golden horned deer pack and 3 Qingfeng wolves injured. Under the arrangement of clan leader Lu Baishan, the cultivators of the Lu family were divided into 4 groups to guard the 4 passages leading out of the valley, preventing wolf and deer herds from breaking through. At this point, both the wolf pack and the deer pack had detected the arrival of the Lu family cultivators. The Wolf King was very cunning and immediately became aware of the intentions of the Lu family cultivators. So the Wolf King immediately led the wolf pack to decisively choose a channel to break through. The golden horned deer herd, led by the Deer King, chose to break through the opposite channel. So, a very intense battle began. End of this chapter. Chapter 8. Intense Combat. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8 Intense Combat. Lu Changshu and 5 Lu family cultivators were responsible for guarding that passage, which was the direction chosen by the wolf pack to break through. When I see a pack of wolves coming towards me. Lu Changshu quickly took out a few talismans from his storage bag, first offering a first-class diamond talisman, which turned into a golden light shield to firmly protect himself. The Green Wind wolf pack quickly arrived at the entrance of the passage. When the wolf pack entered the entrance, Lu Changshu offered 3 first-order intermediate fireball talismans at once, transforming them into 3 hot fireballs and striking the 3 green wind wolves who had just entered the passage. The Lu family cultivators around Lu Changshu also imitated Lu Changshu's appearance and offered the fireball talisman in their hands to attack the wolf pack. For a moment, more than 10 scorching fireballs roared towards the wolf pack, and the exhausted wolf pack suffered heavy losses under the talisman attack of the Lu family cultivator, directly causing 2 lower-level Qingfeng wolves to be burned to death by fireballs, and 3 lower-level Qingfeng wolves to be seriously injured. After sacrificing the fireball talisman and completing the first round of attack, Lu Changshu pinched the magic and cast the fireball spell, quickly firing 3 consecutive hot fireballs at a heavily injured Qingfeng wolf, killing it. Immediately after, Lu Changshu took out his turtle shell shield and Longquan sword from his storage bag and killed the heavily injured Qingfeng wolf. Lu Changshu swung his Longquan sword and emitted 3 several zhang long green sword auras, killing the injured Qingfeng wolf. Lu Changshu's heroic performance quickly caught the attention of a first-rank intermediate-level green wind wolf. The blue wind wolf spat out a blue wind blade from its mouth and attacked Lu Changshu. Lu Changshu sacrificed his turtle shell shield to block the wind blade attack. This Qingfeng wolf is very cunning. It fully utilizes its bloodline magic Qingfeng blade, which has the advantage of long attack distance, and continuously attacks Lu Changshu with wind blades. However, Lu Changshu's wielding of the Longquan sword emitted a green sword aura that could not defeat the Qingfeng wolf. Lu Changshu had no choice but to put the Longquan sword into the storage bag, use the magic formula to cast the fireball spell and compete with the Qingfeng wolf in spells, and occasionally offer the fireball talisman for attacks. Due to the previous battle with the golden horn deer, this green wind wolf consumed a significant amount of mana. Therefore, in the battle with Lu Changshu, his magical power gradually declined and he gradually fell into a disadvantage. Seeing that the situation was not good, the green wind wolf immediately fled towards the exit with a fierce blow from the wind blade. How could Lu Changshu let this Qingfeng wolf escape? He only offered a mud swamp talisman, turning the road where Qingfeng wolf escaped into a mud swamp. This Qingfeng wolf was temporarily trapped in the mud without investigation. Lu Changshu immediately took out the Longquan sword, injected magic, and waved it to emit a blue sword aura, constantly attacking the Qingfeng wolf. Although the Qingfeng wolf also kept spitting out its blades to counterattack, it was helpless to sink into the mud and was quickly killed by Lu Changshu. At this moment, Lu Changshu, after continuous battles, had almost exhausted his mana in the elixir field. Therefore, he quickly took a pill of revitalization qi. Lu Changshu was also carefully observing the battlefield situation while focusing on refining the qi returning pill to restore mana. At this point, the Wolf King was attacked by his grandfather Lu Baishan and 7th grandfather Lu Baichuan, and the defeat was already determined. The Deer King was attacked by his own father and mother, but it has been delayed until now because his father Lu Shihao was preparing to catch him alive. The combat situation of other tribes was also very good. After seeing that other tribes were not in danger, Lu Changshu joined his grandfather Lu Baishan in the battle against the Wolf King. Although the battle situation is very unfavorable for the Wolf King. However, the Wolf King was still able to fully utilize his rich combat experience, navigate with his grandfather Lu Baishan and 7th grandfather Lu Baichuan, and wait for an opportunity to escape. After Lu Changshu joined the battle, he did not engage in a close combat with the Wolf King. Instead, he used his magic to use the fireball technique to attack. As long as the Wolf King shows signs of escape, Lu Changshu will use the sacrificial fireball talisman to force the Wolf King back. After a fierce battle, the Wolf King was seized by his grandfather Lu Baishan and heavily injured with a flying sword. The Wolf King, who was seriously injured, was not even a match for the 3 of them. He was quickly killed by the 7th grandfather Lu Baichuan with a sword. The Deer King was caught by his father Lu Shihao with a demon rope. The remaining green wind wolves were also killed by the tribe, and 6 golden horned deers were captured by the tribe. The rest were all killed. The Lu family achieved an unprecedented victory in this demon hunting operation, killing a total of 15 green-winged wolves, 6 golden horned deers, and capturing 6 live golden horned deers. The family is preparing to domesticate and breed the captured golden deer, and the offspring of the bred golden deer will become the spiritual beasts of the tribe, forming the family deer guard. Although the combat power of the golden horned deer is not strong enough, its impact speed is relatively fast. When family cultivators ride the golden horned deer to fight against enemies, its shortcomings will be effectively compensated for, thus unleashing maximum combat power. As long as the family deer guards form a certain scale, it can greatly enhance the strength of the Lu family. Of course, this process takes a long time and requires continuous investment from the family. This is also an inevitable thing. Any powerful force is accumulated bit by bit, and there is no shortcut. Fortunately, the Lu family is constantly becoming stronger. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Winning Home. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9. Winning Home. After the battle, the clan leader Lu Baishan immediately led the clan members to clean the battlefield and collect the spoils of war. The members of the Family Affairs Hall are busy recording the merits of the members who participated in the battle and calculating the family contribution points that the members deserve. Fair and just rewards and punishments are an important part of ensuring the cohesion and combat effectiveness of a family, and achieving long-lasting prosperity. The lessons in this regard have been learned through the blood of countless families and sections. Many powerful families and sects, which were once strong, suffered from unfair internal rewards and punishments, leading to a lack of morale and ultimately leading to decline and downfall. After all the work was completed, Grandpa Lu Baishan led the family back to Taohua Mountain. When everyone returned to Peach Blossom Mountain, the elder of the left-behind family, Lu Qiushan, led the left-behind Peach Blossom Mountain tribe to hold a warm welcome ceremony for the victorious returning tribe. For a moment, happy laughter was everywhere on Peach Blossom Mountain. After returning to Taohua Mountain, the clan leader Lu Baishan immediately organized a council of elders. At the meeting, Lu Baishan first said, "Today we have achieved a very important victory. We have eliminated the green-winged wolf pack that has fled to our family territory. But it also reminded me of what we should do if there are even more powerful wolf packs coming." Upon hearing Lu Baishan's words, the elders sitting there were lost in thought. The fourth elder Lu Baichuan was the first to break the silence and said, "The situation around the family is indeed worrying. Fortunately, this time God has blessed my Lu family. If the wolf pack is even larger, or if there is a second-level monster in the wolf pack, it will be a disaster for my Lu family. We cannot always hope for good luck. Therefore, I believe the family should do its best to cultivate a foundation-building cultivator." Lu Baishan said, "Yes. The family cannot rely on good luck every time. However, currently there is no suitable candidate for the family to build a foundation. Generally speaking, cultivators who are suitable for building foundations should not exceed the age of 60, except for those who have reached the perfect level of qi refining in their cultivation. Once the age of a cultivator exceeds 60 years old, the likelihood of successful foundation construction is almost zero due to the decline of their body's qi and blood." Elder Lu Qiushan said at this moment, "Currently, among the cultivators in the family, the ones under the age of 60 with the highest cultivation level are Shisheng and Shihao. Do you think this is the way to go? Whoever is the first to cultivate to the perfect level of qi refining, the family will first support him in building the foundation." After hearing Lu Qiushan's suggestion, all the elders agreed. Especially his father Lu Shihao and Lu Shisheng, both of whom were competing in their hearts. Clan leader Lu Baishan continued, "There is still some time before the two of them can fully cultivate their qi. Therefore, besides accelerating the cultivation of family foundation building cultivators, what other good ways can we improve the family's strength in the short term?" Lu Baichuan said, "Seeing Changshu's battle today gave me some inspiration. I think the family cultivators lack cooperation in enemy battles, and in the future, they should strengthen their cooperation in combat effectiveness. Clan leader Lu Baishan was very happy to hear Lu Baichuan praise his grandson and smiled, saying, I think Baichuan's opinion is very good. The reason why wolf packs have strong combat effectiveness is because they have clear division of labor and proper cooperation in battle. We also need to learn from wolf packs, at least have some basic cooperation. Let Baichuan be responsible for this matter. Lu Baishan continued, our family's organizational structure and division of labor among elders also need to be improved. Let's discuss it together. The speeches of the elders have become much more active on this topic that involves personal interests. Each elder spoke with each other, and after a long discussion, we finally finished discussing the organizational structure and division of labor among the elders. The meeting made the following resolution. The family head is responsible for managing the daily affairs of the family, and the head is elected by the family elders. The family elder is a member of the family elder council. The family elder council is the highest deliberative body of the family. A family cultivator who enters the later stage of qi refining and has not seriously violated clan rules can become a family elder after confirmation by the clan leader and the elder council. There are currently 8 elders in the family, namely Elder Lu Qiusheng, the 16th generation of the Qiuji generation, achieved great success in refining qi. Second Elder Lu Qiushui, the 17th elder of the autumn generation, achieved the great perfection of qi refining. 3 elders Lu Baihe, the second generation of 100 characters, achieved great perfection in refining qi. Lu Baichuan, the 4th elder, is the 7th generation of 100 characters, with a 9th level cultivation. 5 elders Lu Baiqiang, 12 elders of 100 characters, with 9 levels of cultivation in qi refining. Lu Shisheng, the 6th elder, is the 4th generation elder with 8 levels of cultivation in qi refining. Elder Lu Shihao, the 5th generation elder, has achieved 9 levels of qi refining cultivation. Elder Lin Yulian, with 7 levels of cultivation in qi refining. The management of specific family affairs is handled by 8 courtiers. 1 is the Shuwu Hall, responsible for releasing family tasks, recording achievements, and managing the family treasury. The hall leader is the elder Lu Qiusheng. The second is the missionary hall, which is responsible for cultivating the family's children, managing the missionary academy in the Sutra Pavilion. The hall leader is the second elder Lu Qiushui. The third is the clan soldier hall, responsible for organizing clan soldiers to engage in external battles and managing the family demon hunting team. The hall leader is Lu Baichuan, the 4th elder. The 4th is the spirit planting hall, which is responsible for organizing family spirit planting masters to plant spiritual medicines, fruits, rice, wood, etc. Manage the family's spiritual orchard, spiritual medicine garden, and spiritual field. The leader of the hall is Elder Lu Shihao. The 5th is the alchemy hall, responsible for the training and assessment of family alchemists. Organize family alchemists to refine pills for the family. The hall leader is Lu Baihe, the 3rd elder. The 6th is the Fu Formation Hall, responsible for the training and assessment of family talismans and formation mages. Responsible for organizing family talismans and formation mages to create talismans and formations for the family. The leader of the hall is the 5 elders Lu Baiqiang. The 7th is the refining hall, responsible for the training and assessment of family alchemists. Organize family alchemists to refine magic tools for the family. The hall leader is Lu Shisheng, the 6th elder. 8 is the business hall, responsible for the family's foreign trade, managing and operating the family's caravan and stores outside. The leader of the hall is the 8 elders Lin Yulian. End of this chapter. Chapter 10. Adjusting the training direction. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. Adjusting the training direction. After the Presbyterian Assembly, the relevant resolutions quickly spread throughout Taohua Mountain. At this moment, Lu Changshu was planting the spiritual tea tree he had obtained in his small courtyard. Lu Changshu first dug a tree pit that was 1 meter round and 1 meter deep. Then, fill the spiritual soil, which is made by mixing the soil next to the original spiritual tea tree with the feces of demon beasts. In addition, Lu Changshu also placed 100 inferior spiritual stones with attributes such as wood, soil, and water in the tree pit. Lu Changshu was very fond of this Yunwu tea tree, so he did not choose to hand it over to his family, but instead planted his own small courtyard. Sister Lu Changshue and younger sister Lu Ling were playing happily with Xiaoqing on the side. These two sisters really like Xiaoqing. I even gave Xiaoqing the lingmi cake that I usually don't want to eat. Upon seeing this scene, Lu Changshu felt extremely happy in his heart. This was the home he wanted to protect. He wanted to protect his family, which was the driving force behind his cultivation. For a moment, Lu Changshu's thoughts were clear and he felt that the bottleneck of the 6th layer of gas refining had loosened. Lu Changshu hurriedly returned to his room, sat cross-legged, and operated the Peiyuan qi refining technique, striking the 6th level of qi refining. The next morning, Lu Changshu walked out of the room with a happy mood. He thought there was still some time before he could break through, but unexpectedly, he broke through when he returned from hunting monsters. It seems that practicing hard at home is not advisable. Arriving at the cafeteria, I met my parents, aunts, siblings, and had breakfast with Mimi. Today's breakfast is relatively simple, including crystal rice, stewed snake meat, mushroom and shredded meat soup, and egg custard. After breakfast, Lu Changshu talked with his father and mother for a while before returning to his small courtyard. Lu Changshu needs to think carefully about his future path of cultivation. Lu Changshu has now reached the 6th level of qi refining, and his next step is to break through to the later stage of qi refining. Lu Changshu was able to cultivate to the 6th level of qi refining at the age of 16. In addition to his good qualifications, the most important thing was the strong support of his father, mother, grandfather, and grandmother. Without their support, Lu Changshu would not have achieved his current cultivation level. But it won't work in the future. In order to help my father build the foundation as soon as possible, the whole family will have to tighten their belts to make a living. I can't support Lu Changshu's cultivation as I did in the past. Moreover, according to family tradition, when a family cultivator reaches the age of 16, they have already reached adulthood, which means that the spiritual stones and items needed for future cultivation can only rely on themselves. And after reaching adulthood, one needs to start a family, start a career, marry a wife, and have children. At that time, one also needs to bear the spiritual resources required for the wife and children's cultivation. Taking stock of my own wealth, I currently have 550 lower-grade spirit stones, 750 family contribution points, 1 first-grade medium-grade magical tool Longquan sword, 20 talismans, 2 yellow-grade medium-grade cultivation techniques, 1 clear water and thick soil skill, 1 first-grade medium-grade talisman pen, 1 talisman making classic book, 1 spiritual plant atlas, 1 first-grade lower-grade magical tool Xiantai sword, 1 complete set of qi refining spells, 2 first-grade medium-grade jade spirit peach trees, 1 first-grade cloud and mist tea tree, and 1 first-grade lower-grade spirit beast. Among the cultivators in the middle stage of qi refining, Lu Changshu is also considered wealthy. However, most of these incomes come from this demon hunting activity, and there is not yet a cultivation skill that can bring stable income to oneself. Therefore, Lu Changshu is now preparing to learn a cultivation technique. At present, his favorite is alchemy. But the initial investment in learning alchemy is too high, although my father is a top-notch alchemist who can teach me alchemy skills. However, now my father is preparing to focus on his cultivation in order to quickly break through to the completion of qi refining. Fortunately, he is competing with the 6th elder Lu Shixing to gain an advantage in building the foundation pill. So, learning alchemy now is not suitable. In terms of refining, the family's inheritance is relatively weak, and refining requires strong firepower from the ground fire, which is exactly what the Lu family lacks. Therefore, learning to refine is not a good choice. As for the formation, it requires extraordinary talents and requires a lot of energy to study for a long time. Therefore, at present, it is not a good choice. After thinking about it, Lu Changshu believes that the most suitable thing for him at present is to learn how to make talismans. His mother is also a talisman maker, so if you have any questions, you can ask her for help. Finally, in this demon hunting activity, I reflected my shortcomings in combat skills. It is difficult to fight against the first-level medium-level withered leaf snake and green fox in the same realm, let alone monsters with higher levels than oneself. The main reason is that I currently have too few spells to master, and there is only one type of attack spell, Fireball, which I am not proficient in. Spells can be divided into 4 levels based on their level of proficiency. Beginner level, minor level, major level, and perfect level. Spells that reach a small level of proficiency are much stronger than those at the beginner level in terms of casting speed and spell power. Additionally, a single spell is highly susceptible to being restrained by opponents. Learning more spells will give you one more method to defeat the enemy, which will increase your chances of winning. Finally, prepare to learn a body cultivation technique. No matter how strong one's physique is, it is the foundation. Many body cultivation cultivators can surpass their level in close combat. After clarifying his cultivation path, Lu Changshu was once again full of fighting spirit. End of this chapter.